Blindtest. What's going on in the kitchen? Amritabani about devotional service. What is devotional service? Devotional service means trying to please the Lord. It is meant to give Krishna happiness, not to give happiness to ourselves. Devotional service is the soul's eternal constitutional propensity, the living entity's natural characteristic. The soul has no other constitutional duty than to offer service to the Lord. Temporary material propensities are not the original characteristics of the spirit, soul. But only the characteristic of the material condition, living entity. Material propensities are changeable because they are temporary. But devotional service destroys lamentation, illusion, and fear, all of which come from absorption in matter. Absorption in anything other than Krishna and his devotees is called material absorption. So devotional service is absolute and meant only for the Lord's pleasure. Practicing devotional service helps us develop Krishna consciousness. Passionate. Huh? Washing. Yes, for Krishna, washing. There's some guest here still up. Yeah. Nandakupa, nobody saw. This is very intense time for those labil mental metal. Yes, I have experience also from all sides. Practicing devotional service helps us develop Krishna consciousness. So we must practice devotional service Because if our mind is not focused in our service or on the lotus feet of Guru Gauranga, the mind will give us so much troubles, so much problems. So it is very difficult to cool down the mind. The mind is our master. We are serving the mind. Why not Krishna? Why not serve him who is peace, who is most lovely, most sweet? Nothing can compare with him. Why is it so difficult that we are running to serve our mind? But he tells us, yes, my dear. And he will not lead us to happiness. This experience we have to make, this realization we have to get. No part in this material world is auspicious except the part of service to the Lord. Srila Prabhupada says, no part in this material world is auspicious. But we do not believe this. What is our mind is not hearing even this. He is not accepting this. Because he is the controller, he is our Lord. He is control over us. So we are becoming servants of our mind, becoming servants of our senses. Instead, that we are again remember that they are not meant to serve our material senses or our mind. The mentality that we understand life better than the devotees leads to hell. And therefore keeping such a mentality is harmful. So the secret of success in spiritual life is to follow the path traversed by the lowest devotees. We should follow the devotees no matter how difficult the path. If we wish to be successful in our following, we must be humble enough to realize how worthless we are. If we understand our disqualification, we can become qualified to see the beauty of the lotus feet of Krishna's devotees. Ordinary human beings are always proposing how to get sense gratification. If we consider such topics religious, we can never become religious. Serving the devotee is the best form of auspiciousness. It sounds very simple. It is a very simple philosophical explanation. But it is, if we are under the control of the external plane, it is almost impossible to accept or to understand it.
daily fight with mind, fight with senses, this desire and everything. So our stage is like baby stage, we have beginners in here and we're trying our best.
Yes, this we have to understand first. We are always beginners. We have not realized, not understood. Because we are taught from our childhood, many lifetimes, that this world is meant for my enjoyment. I, and my. So if somebody tells you, this is not for your sense gratification, for your enjoyment, it is for Krishna's enjoyment, theoretically we may understand, but practically we will not act like this. This is reality. So that's because the saying is, always remember the Lord, lotus feet, and never forget Him. It's only one way that we can become detached, because if the mind wants to tell us something, we remember the lotus feet of Krishna. And after some time, because the mind means he wants to enjoy. Mind is also personal. The persons. And they want to enjoy through us, this body, and they don't care what will be with the body, because they can change to get just to another body, mind. So, but if we remember the Lord, especially when the mind is attacking, very important. If we are not humble and we are not have the attitude, I do not understand anything, my Lord. I want to become one of your servants, of the servant of the servants. You please help me. And then, if we are sincere, not I pray like this, I read like this, then afterwards some object of my enjoyment runs in front of me, everything I have forgotten. Or I remember the past, or what if the future will bring, or in future I will enjoy. Don't expect this. If we consider such topics, ordinary human beings are always proposing how to get sense gratification. If we consider such topics religious, we can never become religious. Serving the devotee is the best form of auspiciousness. It's a very high realization. Theoretically, it is. Maybe we accept, but because the soul may accept, but the mind is protesting. He wants to find fault. He wants, no, it's not like this. And then I commit offense, and then I got captured by the illusory energy, and I think this is real life.
Helpless situation if mind is so powerful, it is not under control. We cannot control him. And if he is doing some aparad, how we can identify ourselves with this mind? And how this offense can be accepted if it's like nonsense? Like you see one case here, you say she is not like on level of animals. So many times it's also with us. Power of mind is so powerful that we cannot control.
Yes, because it is the power of the mind, and we are weak. So we are not able to conquer the mind. So we need help. We need to practice. We need help from a higher level. And there's question if this higher level exists or not, or this higher source of who can help me or not, or I have only trust in what I am doing. I am the doer. When I think that it's only up to me, that I cannot get out from this, then you have already lost. It is not possible. This is a material world, very powerful. And we are not coming here for becoming devotees. There are many lifetimes we want to enjoy to the utmost. We want to squeeze, we want to exploit. This is the attitude of all of us. That's because this fighting is going on everywhere. When I see the people who are facing and they're coming, I can see what they think. All have something coming with like enemies, you know. Everyone, for them, they are enemies, you know. They see like this, they are on the eyes for this. They are always in fight. And but what can you do? They are under the control of the external world. They do not understand what is peace, what is real life, what is loving relations. They are hounded by the ghosts. They could not fulfill their desires. They are frustrated, but still they try. And everyone becomes an enemy of them. They see only if one looks at them, you know, they can attack you because they project their aggression to the others, on the others, you know. Don't look at me or something like this. This is, so if we are focused on Krishna, then you can change so many things. Even when the conditioned souls see a pure devotee, it changes, because he is not giving us the reason for attacking. But still, it is there, you know. There was really in Tamagun. He's acting, he's another person. I do not understand it, and I get afraid of him. I become aggressive like this. So many ways. And this is all in the subtle plane. And it's very inauspicious. The solution is If we consider such topics religious, we can never become religious. Serving the devotee is the best form of auspiciousness. So we have to learn to serving, not to attain a position where they serve me. This is disqualification for many lifetimes. Very dangerous thing. They are running only for name, fame, profit. This you will find in all levels. Service is not a function of the body or mind, but of the spirit soul. Did we read this already? Anyway, this we can hear. So service done physically is just, it's not a real thing, but it is a kind of training. And engaging the mind is very difficult. Because we do some physical service, but the mind is talking to us and is guiding on. We are traveling through the universe. This is, service is not a function of body or mind. This kind of mind, how we understand it, is a mad. Because so many different souls, different desires, and we are under the control of these things. So that's because you say, but this service is a function of the spirit soul. So spirit soul, there is no mind, no intellect in this sense that what we understand under intellect here. It is transcendental. It is the absolute, like absolute. We are becoming like connected with the supreme absolute. So for the service to be actually devotional, it must be intended simply for Krishna's pleasure. So all the time when we do something, it may, whatever it may be, we must connect with Krishna. So one's service should contain nothing motivated by a desire for one's own happiness. Devotional service is unmotivated, causeless, and the uninterrupted propensity of the spirit soul. One cannot understand the ultimate goal of knowledge unless he engages in unalloyed service to Guru. Only the Lord's devotees eligible to become a spiritual master. It is not an exaggeration but a fact. Lord Krishna states, as they surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. So this is a secret, or it is open secret. As much as I surrender to him, I say, I am yours, your act. You use me and you care for me. I am yours. And if it is sincerely, we cannot cheat him. as here in this world. You can preach these things, but you never do it. You never practice it. It's two different sides. One is completely materialistic, nothing to do with spiritual. So one's service should contain nothing motivated by a desire for one's own happiness. So devotional service is unmotivated, causeless, and the uninterrupted propensity of the spirit soul. One cannot understand the ultimate goal of knowledge unless he engages in unalloyed service to Guru. Only the Lord's devotee is eligible to become a spiritual master. This is not an exaggeration, but a fact. Lord Krishna states, as they surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. In the conjugal pastimes, Krishna's devotees serve him with their entire body. Krishna reciprocates by giving himself to those devotees. He considers himself indebted to them. The ultimate perfection and goal of service is found in the conjugal mother. Anything to say on this? Okay. How can we enhance our devotional service? Our propensity to serve will increase if we simply serve. If we have no desire at all to serve the spiritual master or Krishna, then what is the question of increasing our service? If our mind is fixed at the spiritual master's lotus feet, then wherever we may be, our propensity to serve will increase. If our mind is fixed otherwise, we will only increase our propensity for sense gratification and material life. By serving the spiritual master continuously, we attain all fortune. If instead we choose to serve Maya or become busy seeking personal happiness, we will experience various disturbances and misfortunes and find ourselves in danger. So we cannot enhance our devotional service without Vaishnava association. Therefore we should serve Vaishnavas. If after taking shelter of Guru and Krishna we do not care for their service, how will we be benefited? If after taking shelter of the devotional path, we do not engage in devotional service, how will we be helped? First, we must take shelter of the Guru's lotus feet and become servants. This is called Ashraya. It is the business of a surrendered soul to serve his master. Are we doing that? By offering everything at the Guru's feet, we will obtain the absolute truth. But instead of making such an offering, we don't want to give him anything. Yet we want his mercy. We want him to give us the Lord. This is a materialist. This is their today's religion. They coming to the temple, to the church, they give a few paisa or cents or a few euros, and they want to have everything. that they want to become healthy, and they want to find a nice wife, they want to have a house and money. But they are not getting idea to serve the Lord. They think he should serve me. And then is the question arises from materialist people. He has put me in this material world, now he has to do care for me that I can enjoy. He has not put you in this material world. This was your desire. You want to forget him and want to become the controller, the enjoyer, the master. It is our world where we are living. Every individual, according to their past desire, their past activities, we get what we are supposed to get, because of this law in the material world is action and reaction. And we are now harvesting the fruit of our past activities. Sometimes bitter, sometimes sweet, but in the end it is always bitter. And we try again. Is there anything one can defeat these statements? But scientists or those who think who are intelligent, they find always a way. The mind is very tricky.
Doesn't matter how powerful and pure person is present, and when he is speaking, always will be some opposition, is there? Because nature of this material.
Of course, it is poison for them, and many facing attacks from the atheists and from the in the past, it was always happened. It is risky to tell the truth.
Even in the case of Ramanujacharya, now it came to my mind, even his Gurudev wanted to kill him, because he realized soft personality. But he never supported Gurudev's opinion. Gurudev had misconception, and he wanted to kill him.
I don't know, killing, I don't know this story.
They took him in the forest, he and one good friend. So this good friend heard that they make plan how to kill him. Then he ran in the night in the forest and escaped. But Gurudev was a little Mayavadi, and Ramanujacharya was Vaishnava.
Yes. If our mind is fixed, otherwise it will only increase our propensity for sense gratification and material life. By serving the spiritual master continuously, we attain all fortune. If instead of we choose to serve Maya or become busy seeking personal happiness, we'll experience various disturbances and misfortunes and find ourselves in danger. We cannot enhance our devotional service without Vaishnava association. Therefore, we should serve Vaishnavas. If after taking shelter of Guru and Krishna we do not care for their service, how will we be benefited? If after taking shelter of the devotional path we do not engage in devotional service, how will we be helped? First we must take shelter of the Guru's lotus feet and become servants. This is called ashray. It's the business of a surrendered soul to serve his master. Are we doing that? By offering everything at Guru's feet, we will obtain the absolute truth. But instead of making such an offering, we don't want to give him anything. Yet we want his mercy. We want him to give us the Lord. It is impossible to cheat the super soul. Unless we approach a Guru, how will we increase our propensity to serve Krishna? If after taking shelter at the Guru's lotus feet we maintain our enjoying spirit or increase our propensity for material life, we will again become degraded and will not make spiritual progress. If we actually take shelter of a spiritual master and serve him with love, we will suddenly attain Krishna's service. We will attain transcendental knowledge about Krishna and will be merged into Krishna's ecstatic service. So we need to engage in activities that diminish our propensity for material enjoyment and worldly life. Then we will no longer consider ourselves enjoyers and will treat the material world along with everything in it contains as suitable for Krishna's enjoyment. All objects will become worshipable when we reduce the mundane ego. That voice that tells us we are enjoyers and doers, our propensity to serve Krishna will be awakened. When we reduce the mundane ego, that voice that tells us we are enjoyers and doers, our propensity to serve Krishna will increase or awaken. So long as our desire to enjoy material life remains prominent, we cannot serve the Lord. When we become anxious for the Lord's service, we will consider ourselves sons of our Guru and serve and sever all relations with worldly fathers and children. That's reality. So, can close here. Anything to say on?
To reduce the material ego. It was said.
Yeah, yes. We have to detach our senses or our mind from this mundane conception, I am the enjoyer. Everything is made for my enjoyment. Here, look how difficult it is in this world. When you open a newspaper, whatever they say in there, politically or wars or entertainment or anything, everything is meant for enjoy.
Even this yoga and this also say.
Yes, even religion. That's because it's called Ketava Dharma, means cheating religion. Because you go to God, please let me enjoy more, give me more, give me this, give me that. You should not come like this to God. How can I please you, my Lord. This simple understanding must be there, and must be practiced, and must be cultivated under the guidance of a bona fide Acharya. How can I please my Lord? Otherwise, when we go a little deeper, you will realize that you are an atheist. That you're not believing that the God exists. Maybe he exists. Well, sure, you know. We can pray.
Just in case.
Because we have no experience of the Lord, you know. Because we cannot see that the Lord is everywhere, everything is arranged by Him. There comes the whole universe, all the universes, what exists. There's nothing outside of Him. When you have not this consciousness and only such a consciousness, you know, it means dog consciousness, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, then you will not find. There's so much more. When you open your consciousness, then you have to surrender and make you dependent, yourself dependent on Him. Otherwise you cannot understand anything. It's too big, it's too much. But very simple, when the Lord is blessing His devotees, you can understand how it works, how to get out. It's easily. It's not complicated, it's very simple. His highest form in the transcendental spirit world is he's just a cowherd boy, a cowboy, a small innocent child playing like ordinary child. But transcendental world, eternal world, it's not this gross matter. Very sweet, very beautiful. Such nice devotees. They are always staying with Him. This is His expansions. They will never leave the association of Krishna. But we are not so close to Him. So free will was given to us, and we decided it wrong. We decided to look to this charming artist, and then we forgot Him. We identified with, I am this, I am that. And now He is far away. Now we are become atheists. We are not believing that it is really truth. And it's so fortunate that we are able to meet such great souls as our Gurudev and our Parampara and Gaudiya Vaishnava. And again we have the chance, free will. Yes, this time I don't want to continue. This time I want to become sincere. And some decide a little bit sincere, but I have my limit. When it comes to surrender, to full surrender, then they turn their head back. Oh. And you again in the circle of birth and death. Everything is like a circle. Every year there is spring, summer, autumn, winter time. Always a circle, always goes on like this. There's birth, old age, disease, death. And again, the sun comes up every day, very punctually, as it should be. So it is always a circle, and we also live in this circle. Again and again we try the same thing to enjoy. It's like a sugar cane, you know, you dig it. In the beginning it's very sweet, but when the juice, the sweetness is gone, then we are it is tasteless, you know, but we go on. This we have to system. We have to understand how these things are working. But we engaged in so many nonsense, useless things, but those don't help us. Science is just created to make us trouble. Real science means to discover who I am, why I'm here, where I'm going to. This is real science. Even this we'll give up on the end. We are not interested. We just want to serve God. We just want to please my Lord. He is pleased, and I'm swimming in an ocean of ecstasy and sweetness. I will not even look at the mundane conception. It is like hell. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Shri Gurudev Nitya Lila Bhavistam Vishnupada Brahmahamsa Vachari Ashtadasa Shri Srimad Bhakti So